All right, I think we're live. So, I left off last week basically wondering how frequently I should be analyzing data um, for basically intraday trading. So there's kind of two different ways to do swing trading from what I found, and one seems significantly harder than the other. Um, the harder one is basically analyzing intraday trading. So, like, literally, you're watching the market during the day and you're making multiple trades within a day. Um, that seems like it's harder to develop some sort of algorithm or something that basically generates consistent profits, mostly because it's so heavily dependent on volatility. I mean, like, that's how you make profit, is like you buy low and you sell high. So if something's not extremely volatile, then like it's kind of hard to just make money every day consistently. The thing that's more popular and seems like um, is easier to do is like uh, looking at opening and closings for days, and opening values and closing values for days, and then making trades basically at the beginning of the day or the end of the day. Like, if it opens great, then, or if it opens really low, buy. If it ends the day really high, sell, kind of thing. So that like you almost like always close out your position every day. The other thing is like literally you buy low, like, and then sit on it for a few weeks, and then when it's like really high, then you sell, kind of thing. Um, the thing is, I'm kind of more interested in the intraday trading, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to focus on crypto, was because of the high volatility. I mean, like, if I just look at Bitcoin right now, um, within the last day, let's see, is it going to give me the percentage? Right. So, like, I don't want to create an account. I just want to see what the Bitcoin. Yada yada yada. Yeah. Everybody knows my email now. All right. Man, Coinbase got locked down. I authorized this computer. Thanks, Coinbase. Okay, so back to what I was saying. One of the reasons why I wanted to trade crypto is because even within 24 hours, there's a 6% swing. Um, and, if you have, $10,000 invested in, some sort of, coin or something like that, that's $600. If you can make $600 in a day, that's pretty sweet. Now, obviously, um, they don't always go up. So, like, you have to hedge your bets, and obviously, you sell high, and then when it's trending down, you wait till it's low and you buy low, kind of thing. So, even this data here within 24 hours, it's representative of every 5 minutes, and it's pretty granular. I mean, there's a lot going on here. I think what what I would want to do is have some sort of um, when I'm doing live trading, I would want to have some sort of uh, cache of like data that I'm using to analyze my next trade. So like rather than just like having access to like all, so I would have access to real-time data, but then I would also have access to previous data from my last trade. And so like if I just sold, then I'm waiting for the lowest point so that I can buy again. Or if I just bought, then I'm waiting for, a peak that I can sell at. Um, so it's like, but like anything I like before that trade doesn't necessarily matter, because I already bought or I already sold. So um, yeah, that's basically it. And then you just you have like 20, 30, 40 different algorithms running at the same time, all of them with a small chunk of cash. You say if it was like 20, you have 20 different pots with $500 in them. If one does really well, it's not going to give you like incredible gains, but if one does really poorly, then you're not losing out a ton of money. And then I think my goal was to basically if something provides consistent returns, then I'm just going to keep investing in it. If something doesn't, then I'll just probably keep whatever money is in it, or pull out and try to recover some funds, and then just keep betting on whatever algorithms are working. And from every podcast or any hold on one second. Jonathan says you skipped yesterday. Yeah, I only do Monday through Friday. Today is Monday, right? Yeah, today's Monday. Yeah, I only do Monday through Friday. Um, I don't work on the weekends. I have 3 kids and a wife, so um, yeah. So, but yeah, so that's basically it. So, if I have a bunch of different algorithms running at the same time. Oh, what I was saying was, if people, or no, not if people, from what I've heard from podcasts and books and other things, really, there's very, very simple algorithms that do really well. Um, and algorithms tend to perform worse the more complex they are. And it's mostly because you have no idea what's going on. So there's no like tweaks and adjustments that you can make to make a winning formula. So yeah, so that's kind of all the stuff that I'm thinking about. And yeah, so what I'm working on now is, I was just working on a data retrieval thing, and I feel like a minute is plenty of data. I mean, I think it's too much data, but yeah, I don't know. I almost feel like it's too much data because I feel like with the swing trading, you kind of want to wait a bit. Like, I don't think, I mean, like if I look at like some crazy dips and stuff, like what happened the last month in like Bitcoin, like all of these things are over the course of like an entire day. Like there's two, so this started at 1 a.m. and ended at 9 a.m. Then yeah, that same day. So you're talking 9 hours from that trough to peak. Um, And ideally, right, you want to buy here and you want to sell here. You don't necessarily want to buy and sell all of these peaks and troughs. Um, maybe you do, maybe you don't, and that's why you make lots of different algorithms. You can have one that's a little bit more of a high frequency trading, where like every minute you're like, yeah, I'm analyzing, should I buy, should I sell, is it up a 0.5%, is it up 2%, then I'm buying, if it's down 2%, if it's down 0.5%, then I'm selling, kind of thing. And you're just kind of like making incremental gains. That would be pretty easy to do. The thing you run into though with a more high frequency trade is um, commissions. So like obviously commissions come into play, where if you're trading a lot, then you're going to be owing the exchanges. Oops. Um, yeah. So I don't know. It's an interesting one. The one thing though that from what I've seen is that um, you can do crypto to crypto trades with no commissions. Um, and so I don't know. I'd have to do some research. I mean, the one Shrimpy. Does Shrimpy have commissions, or do you just pay them monthly? Let me see. Pricing. So it says no additional cost to do trading. But though I wonder, you're probably paying the exchanges. I don't see anything about commissions. Crypto API, no commissions. Probably help if I spell commissions right. Probably look up fees. Fee? Nope. This one's written by Shrimpy. Coin API sounds interesting. But I think they just do data. They don't do trading. Yeah, it's just WebSocket stuff. Oh, it says trades in quotes. Trade data. Oh, it's trade data, not not making trades, I think. What does OEML stand for? Order and Execution Management Layer. So you definitely can do trades. So you put in the exchange. So like, is there exchange commissions? So it's interesting from what I'm seeing is it seems like it's percentage based. So that actually kind of refutes my previous thing I was saying about like doing like almost like high frequency trading, because like technically you would be losing out on any gains or losses anyways. The percentage would be the same, I think. Let me think about that. So if you had like something that grew from like $20 to $40, take 0.1%, which would be 40 cents. Whereas yeah, no, you definitely would lose more commissions wise if you traded more. I guess that makes sense because you're paying the fees a lot. on every trade. Wonder what exchanges should be supports. Exchange account ID. The ID of the exchange account, which to create a trade. Account ID 1, 2, 3. Interesting. Hmm. Yeah. Look at my camera. Why does this look all washed out, man? I have this light on. Let's see that. Yeah, that looks better. So, man, it's weird. Can't like find me. So, really, I think the thing to figure out is, because what I'm seeing here is that the exchange rate's basically the the larger the trade you do, the lower the transfer fee is. So you almost want to sit on stuff. Man, this camera. So I don't know. That's I feel like that's interesting. Is that the way that most is that the way most exchanges work? This one's cracking. Prices. I don't want prices. I want. Oh, interesting. So if you fill your account balance, there's no exchange fee. But it costs 3.75% to do that transaction. Huh. Hi. Wow. Thank you. Say hi to the live stream. Thank you. Appreciate it. So I'll have to look into that. I could see this something like this being useful for like doing the high frequency trading stuff, because like if I put in money, it's taxed at 3.5%. 3.75%. Um, Somebody else might know more than me. Jonathan asks, what exactly are you building? I am building a Hey, Finboy.
Hey, Daddy.
Hey.
The pickle looked like a cucumber.
What? Finley, do you know a pickle is a cucumber, right?
Yeah.
It's just pickled. It's a pickled cucumber.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Where did you get these from?
Mama got them for me from the store.
Oh.
Yep. Thanks, bud. I have some sushi delivered to me. Oh, not sure if it's relevant to what you're doing, but bank transfers on the free on Kraken. No need to pay the 3.75 fee for a card transaction. Ah, that sounds interesting. Thank you, Ewan. I think that's right. Evan? Is it Evan, but it's like German? Sorry. So like that, I mean, if you add money to your account and then do instant buy with an account balance, does that mean that it's just free trading? That seems super weird to me. How would they make money then? I mean, other than just people doing I'm confused. So what's the point of Kraken Pro? Uses a make or take or fee schedule with volume incentives based on your past. I'm not sure you can do an instant buy with your balance. What? What's the point of the balance? Thank you, Evan, for sticking around. I mean, like, this stuff makes sense, but, like, what is instant buy, I guess? Features. No, that's not what I want to learn. So it's fees as low as 0%. I mean, I could understand if, basically you're giving them money, and what that allows them to do is like invest that money. So they can take the cash you're giving them, make investments with it, and they can just make money. However, if I'm doing a lot of trading, buying and selling a lot, does that matter? This is something I'm gonna have to play around with. Like, I'm literally gonna have to like get on Shrimpy, pick Kraken as my exchange, create a Kraken account, add some money to it, do a trade, and see if there's any commissions. And if there's not, sweet. But if there is, then I guess I'll figure out what's actually going on. But if there's literally no fees, that would be awesome. But
Daddy,
yeah,
you see a key put a pepper into a chili.
what?
You see a kitten put pepper into a chili.
I don't know what.
A cat fin. That's silly.
You're silly, buddy. All right. I believe you'll pay the maker-taker fees. But that's not what it's saying. This fee schedule applies where a stable coin is the base currency. And a withdrawal fee when you take crypto out. Yeah, I can understand that. The withdrawal fee, which I don't think is listed here. I don't know. Yeah, I believe you, Evan, but I think it's going to be something that I'm going to have to kind of test out. Because it seems like they're all just different. So I'm going to have to figure it out. But that's actually not what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, but it is important because I can't like do any backtesting and stuff like that correctly if I don't have a commission structure added into it. So I guess I kind of do have to figure this out before I start doing backtesting. I certainly can at least focus on obtaining historical data and testing against it. So that's definitely what I'll be, doing. But like I said, I can't do backtesting correctly if I don't actually have my exchange stuff set correctly. So, all right. So, to answer the question that I started with in the beginning, I think I might have multiple acquisition, time structures for how I'm acquiring data. I think if I have like a long-term hedge where like I'm buying one day and selling, when the market's up, 20%, 30% or something like that, then I'll probably only take data, I don't know, once an hour or something like that. I mean, I certainly could take the data once a day and then kind of just go through all of my different, I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. That's what I'll have to kind of test out and see. I mean, I feel like a minute is like plenty. Like that's plenty of data, but then also it's like not that much data. I mean, like there's like what? How many minutes are in a day? Like minutes in a day, 1,440 minutes, and like 1,440 calls is like not a lot of data to transfer. Even if you're doing like your own cloud hosted support thing, like your 1,400 requests is like nothing. It costs like nothing. Um, so I feel like that's good. And then, there's obviously some cloud computation stuff for at least analyzing trades, but I mean, it's just like a little bit of math and kind of like an if else. It's like if the math says do this, do this. If the math says do that, do that. And like that's basically it. So I think what I would do is I would set up kind of like a cron job where it's like getting data every minute, and then my algorithms would reference the data that I'm getting every minute. So I wouldn't like ask for new data for every algorithm. I would ask for data once a minute, and then I would pull from my data basically. And I'm not sure if I would hold on to that data or not. Because actually I probably would, because any trades that I do will need some sort of historical ticker for when the trade was made. But I guess at the same time, it only matters like what the trade was made at. So if I just have the data based on like what the trade was made at and like obviously like what time it was at, then I have that data for that algorithm. So very interesting, very very interesting. I think this is going to be cool. Figure it all out. But thank you, Evan, for your wisdom on trade stuff. Quant Secrets is going to be a trading bot. I've seen you doing some of the other content, but missed the overall goal is. So Quant Secrets is more. It's going to be a few things. I actually want Quant Secrets to be more of like a content hub that teaches other people how to do quantitative trading and quantitative analysis and algorithmic trading. It's kind of a journey of me learning that. But then at the end of the day, yeah, the goal is make a bot for myself that's trading against multiple different algorithms. So I'm basically, using this bot to generate funds for myself. And then I'm also writing content on how I did that so that I can attract some sort of audience. And then I can either, number one, basically almost develop a hedge fund where like if my algorithms are doing well, then like I can let other people contribute and then I can run a hedge fund. Number two, I can actually productize my bot where like people can exchange or like do trades on my system if it works well. The other thing is like I can sell courses, books, etc. on algorithmic trading and quantitative analysis if everything goes well. So yeah, so if you're not familiar with what I'm doing, I call it a deep year, where basically I'm just like learning a topic in public, in depth, and basically just spending a year learning a new skill and writing about it and executing on it. And this one I'm deciding to do pretty publicly just because I want to have a log of all the time and the work that I spent on it, so that when I get to the end of the year and I'm going to have this system running that's doing trades for me, I can point back and be like, you can literally trace every single step from beginning to end of how I built this thing, what I was thinking, and how I got to this point. And what I want to create is some sort of blueprint for other people to learn new skills and basically apply those new skills and try to basically make income for themselves or at least help other people with those skills. So that's kind of the goal. And if I get to the end of the year and it's a total flop, then that's fine. I lost a year. Um, and if I get to the end of the year and it's a success, then cool. Like that's awesome. And if it's like a ridiculous success, then I might even continue beyond the year and really just go down this road as a long-term route. But the goal for me is really to do some sort of deep year almost every year, where I'm going deep on a topic and I'm trying to build, um, some sort of infrastructure around whatever that is. And some of the other ideas I had was like even things like homeschooling, and like you might think homeschooling is totally different than than quantitative analysis, and you would be right. But it's a pretty complex in nature, and I feel like there's a lot of misinformation, and there's a lot of first principles in education that's ignored, and I feel like I could do a lot of work to expose and educate other people on how to educate children and things like that. And there's a way that you can do that profitably through, like I said, selling books, selling access to knowledge, and also just selling curriculums and selling access to a platform that does things automatically. So there's a lot of different ways that you can uh, basically take knowledge that you've gained and then execute on it and build an audience around it and actually basically make money for providing value to other people. So yeah, that's like kind of like the whole that's like the big picture of what I'm trying to do. And so what you're seeing here today is me spending 1 hour sitting down and trying to figure out what this all is, and you are helping me in the chat try to understand what's going on with, and so I definitely I appreciate the feedback for sure. But yeah, that's kind of like the overall goal for what I'm doing. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna have to test out. I'll honestly probably have to test out a bunch of different exchanges, just to see what the fee structure is like and stuff like that, how it actually works. I don't even know with Shrimpy. They say that there's no fee for trades, but then there's no fee for trades, but does it use an ACH transfer from your bank account? Does it use the account balance for whatever exchange you're using? I have no idea. So that's like stuff that I'll have to figure out. But the cool thing is I'm going to figure this all out. I'm going to write about it and I'm going to help other people not be stuck where I'm stuck. And who knows, there's probably information on all of this stuff, but I just like to figure stuff out for myself and test things out and figure out what works best for me. And that's the way I like to do things. So all right, we did close to an hour today. I feel pretty good about it. Thanks, Evan, for your help, and I'll see everybody tomorrow, where I probably will actually do some coding and obtaining some data. So sweet. See you later.